MovieWeb.com.
The very first, like, 5 minutes are very difficult.
Yes.
Now,
difficult. One man's difficult, it's another man's.
Well,
no, I'm sure.
I wouldn't say difficult for me, but like my girlfriend got up and left and come back. I'm wondering, what would you say to a person that decided to get up and leave to get them to come back and watch the rest of the movie?
I wouldn't if they, I wouldn't, if somebody wants to get up and leave in the first 5 minutes, there's nothing I could say. It doesn't get any more mainstream or friendly. I mean, I feel like if the first 5 minutes aren't your thing, then probably, look at the poster. So yeah, I don't know what I could say. I mean, I feel like the first 5 minutes, and it's funny because when I was reading the script, maybe it's just sick, but I was like, that's a Nazi sex. What's going on? Great. I thought it was really entertaining and kind of different.
Well, how do you think your character sort of eases into that idea of the whole, like, modeling agency as Auschwitz metaphor that is played throughout the film?
You know what? And you're probably totally right, and that is what I like about this film, is you can talk about it, and there's a ton of metaphors. It's overloaded with them, and I've never even thought of the modeling agency as Auschwitz. But now that you mentioned that, totally. So what did I think about him easing in? I don't know, I feel like my character is sort of like the bright spot in this. He's the one guy who's kind of happy in Josh's life, and it's kind of I don't even know what we're talking about anymore.
I'm sorry. Why? Because it's an interesting. There's so many Holocaust movies that come out in the last 5 years.
Sure.
And this one is a totally different take on what we've seen. And I'm just like, your character is almost the sympathetic person in the film that sort of is almost the person that's a little bit oblivious to what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, is he? Like I say, he is the bright spot of in Josh's life. He's the guy who's kind of saying he's the one guy lavishing positive praise on him. However, he's got sinister motives. So deep down, obviously, he's going after something else. But it's funny, you said that. It's funny, and I'm thinking about the similarities between my character and potentially the Nazi doctor who Jacqueline Bisset's character is in love with. There are very many similarities there, and I think it's all about, sin, suffer, repeat. It is a lot about pain and pleasure and in terms of even the Holocaust, you said there's a lot. This is a different Holocaust movie, and I would hesitate to call it a Holocaust movie, but it does bring into question. Yeah, it's not about the obliterating of the Jewish people or the exterminating. It's about I think it has to deals with that question of pleasure and pain and masochism and one person's where is that line, and I think it's using the Nazis as a sort of really extreme example of that.
What was it like working with Bose? Because from what I understand, this was shot on a pretty tight schedule and it was pretty fast. Did that bring you back into what it was sort of like working on a TV show, or is it a little bit different?
No, this was great. This was shot for like $1.5 million in New York. I'd never done that before. I'd done smaller movies, but it was really fun to do it in New York and to be just doing a walk and talk on New York street with Josh Lucas. It's great. I felt like it was in the 70s or something. It's awesome.